ever catch yourself wondering what your body might be, whispering about the years you have left? Most folks figure life expectancy is just a number, carved in stone by your genes. But the truth is, your body's dropping hints, clear, powerful signals about your overall health and how long you might stick around. Some of these clues are so subtle, they're easy to miss, brushed off as just getting older. Scientists, though, have zeroed in on specific physical changes that can predict your lifespan with uncanny accuracy. In this video, we're unveiling 6 vital signs that could hint at how many years you've got left. These aren't random quirks. They're tied directly to your heart, your muscles, your immune system, and even your body's knack for patching itself up. Meet Walter, a spry 76-year-old from Boise, who always loved his daily hikes and tinkering in his workshop. Lately, though, he's noticed his steps aren't as steady and little out like opening a stubborn jar, leave him frustrated. At first, he chalked it up to age, but those changes were his body waving a flag, urging him to pay attention. If you're spotting similar shifts in yourself, don't shrug them off. These signs could be your cue to take action, boost your health, and add more vibrant years to your life. Here's the best part. These signals aren't just red alerts. They're opportunities. Understanding them lets you make smart changes now to live better, longer. Stick with me to the end, because spotting these 6 signs could completely shift how you view your health. By the time we're done, you'll have a clearer picture of what your body's trying to tell you and practical steps to take charge. So let's dive in and listen to what your body's saying. Your future self will thank you. You might not think your skin has much to say about how long you live, but it's one of your body's loudest storytellers. The way it heals from a small cut, bruise, or scrape can reveal a surprising amount about your overall health, your immune system, and how well your circulation is holding up. If you've noticed that wounds linger longer than they used to, it could be a sign that your body's repair shop is slowing down, a quiet warning that aging might be hitting you harder than you realize. Take Mildred, a lively 79-year-old from Tulsa, who's always been the life of her gardening club. Last summer, she bumped her shin on a patio chair. A few years back, that bruise would have faded in days, but this time it stuck around for weeks. A little nick on her hand from pruning roses, once quick to heal, now seemed to take forever to close. At first, Mildred figured it was just part of getting older. After all, who doesn't slow down with age? But what she didn't know was that her sluggish healing was waving a red flag. Her circulation wasn't as spry as it once was, and her immune system wasn't jumping into action like it used to. Your skin is your body's first line of defense, a tough shield that's constantly working to patch itself up. When healing drags, it often means the deeper systems, those that deliver oxygen and nutrients through your blood, are losing steam. Poor circulation is a big culprit. Less blood flow means fewer building blocks reach your skin to mend it, and that can stem from conditions like diabetes, heart trouble, or just the wear and tear of time on your cardiovascular system. Then there's your immune system. As we age, it gets a bit lazier, making it tougher for your body to fend off infections or rebuild damaged tissue. The real danger? Slow healing isn't just a nuisance. It raises your risk of infections that can spiral into serious threats, like sepsis, a life-threatening condition where your body's infection response goes haywire. Studies show that older folks with sluggish wound healing face higher odds of long-term health issues and even shorter lifespan, compared to those whose skin bounces back quickly. Mildred didn't let it slide. She started walking daily to boost her circulation, sipping water all day to stay hydrated, and loading her plate with nutrient-packed foods like spinach, berries, and salmon to fuel her body's repair crew. Since she had diabetes, she worked closely with her doctor to keep it in check, knowing it could mess with her healing. The result? Her bruises faded faster, her cuts closed quicker, and she felt a renewed sense of energy. It wasn't just about her skin. It was about feeling strong and countable, ready to tend her garden or share a laugh with friends without worry. You deserve that same confidence. If small cuts or bruises are taking their sweet time to heal, don't brush it off. Simple steps can make a big difference. Move your body to keep blood flowing, drink plenty of water, and eat foods rich in vitamins and protein. If you've got diabetes or heart issues, managing them well is key. Your skin's healing speed is like a mirror, reflecting how well your body's aging. If it's slowing down, it's time to listen up and act. If this rings true for you, drop a 1 in the comments below to let me know you're here. Share your story or pick up a tip from others who are tuning in. And if you haven't already, hit that subscribe button and turn on the bell so you don't miss a thing. Your support keeps us creating content to inform and inspire you. Let's keep going strong together. Have you noticed your steps slowing down over the years? It's tempting to blame age, but a sluggish pace might be telling you more about your future than you think. Research shows that a slower walking speed is tightly linked to a shorter lifespan. Studies reveal that older folks who shuffle along at a leisurely pace face higher risks of heart disease, memory troubles, and even earlier death compared to those who keep a brisk, steady stride. Your walking speed isn't just about your legs. It's a snapshot of your entire body's health, from your heart and lungs to your muscles and brain. Dr. Mabel, a vibrant 77-year-old from Asheville, who's always cherished her morning walks through the park. A few years ago, she'd zip along, chatting with neighbors and keeping pace with her dog. But lately she's falling behind. Crossing the street takes longer, and a short stroll leaves her winded. At first, Mabel shrugged it off. Getting older means slowing down, right? But what she didn't realize was that her lagging steps were a signal. Her body was losing strength. Her heart wasn't pumping as efficiently, and her muscles weren't firing as fast as they once did. Doctors often call walking speed the sixth vital sign because it says so much about how you're doing. It dominates your heart's strength, your lung capacity, and even how sharp your mind is. A slower gait often points to weaker muscles, shaky balance, or trouble coordinating movements, all of which raise your chances of falls, fractures, or hospital stays. More concerning, a sudden drop in walking speed can hint at hidden heart problems, early dementia, or a loss of mobility that could cut years from your life. Mabel's story hit home when a near trip on a curb woke her up. She didn't want to give up her walks or her independence. The good news? Your walking speed isn't set in stone. Mabel started with short, daily strolls, gradually picking up her pace. She added simple leg strengthening exercises, like chair squats, to build muscle. Within weeks, she was moving faster, feeling stronger, and breathing easier. Her park walks became a joy again, and that fear of falling faded. You can do the same. Regular walks, strength training, and staying active can boost your speed and add years to your life. If getting around feels tougher or takes longer than it used to, don't just accept it. See it as a nudge to act. It's not about how fast you go. It's about how well your body's holding up. If this hits close to home, drop a 2 in the comments below to let me know you're with me. Share your experience or grab a tip from others tuning in. And if you haven't yet, hit subscribe and turn on the bell so you don't miss what's next. Your support fuels more content to keep you informed and inspired. Let's keep moving forward together. Ever find yourself catching your breath after climbing a few stairs or carrying a bag of groceries? Maybe you're puffing a bit during a long chat with a friend. It's easy to brush it off as being out of shape or just part of getting older, but frequent shortness of breath could be your body waving a red flag. It might point to serious issues like heart trouble, lung problems, or poor circulation. Things that left unchecked can speed up aging and shave years off your life. Consider Harold, a spirited 74-year-old from Raleigh, who used to spend his mornings tending his vegetable garden. A few years back, he'd be out there for hours, digging, planting, and breathing in the fresh air without a care. But lately, he's been pausing more often, gasping for air after just a bit of weeding. At first, he blamed the humid summer air, then figured it was just his age catching up. What Harold didn't know was that his breathlessness wasn't just a bother. It was a poor signal that his heart and lungs weren't working as smoothly as they once did. Shortness of breath happens when your body isn't getting enough oxygen, and that can stem from a few culprits. One common cause is heart failure, where your heart struggles to pump blood effectively. When blood flow slows, fluid can build up in your lungs, making every breath a chore. Another possibility is chronic lung disease, where damaged airways block oxygen from reaching your bloodstream. Over time, these conditions can quietly worsen, bringing on fatigue, dizziness, or even sudden medical emergencies. The sneaky thing is, breathlessness doesn't always scream for attention. It can start small, feeling winded after a short walk, needing more breaks, or struggling to take a deep breath. Many older folks chalk it up to aging, but studies show that even mild shortness of breath can signal a much higher risk of early death compared to those who breathe easy. Harold didn't ignore it for long. A talk with his doctor revealed his high blood pressure was straining his heart. He started simple: daily breathing exercises to strengthen his lungs, short walks to boost his fitness, and sticking to his meds to manage his blood pressure. Soon, he was back in his garden, moving with ease and breathing freely. That ability to take a deep, full breath, it's one of the strongest signs you're built to last. You deserve to feel that freedom too. If you're getting winded more often than usual, don't shrug it off. Check in with your doctor to test your heart and lung health. Try small changes like gentle exercise, deep breathing practices, or managing conditions like high blood pressure. Breathing easy isn't just about comfort, it's about living longer, stronger, and ready for every moment. If this hits home, drop a 3 in the comments to let me know you're here. Share your story or pick up a tip from others. And if you haven't yet, subscribe and hit the bell to stay in the loop. Your support keeps us creating content to inform and inspire. Let's keep the air flowing and move on. Catching your breath after a quick trip up the stairs or lugging a grocery bag. Maybe you're huffing a bit during a lively chat over coffee. It's tempting to wave it off as just getting older or being a tad out of shape. But if you're short of breath more often, your body might be sounding an alarm. This could point to serious issues like heart or lung problems, or even poor circulation. Things that, if ignored, can fast forward years in your life. Meet Edith, a warm-colored 75-year-old from Savannah, who's always been the queen of her knitting circle. A few years ago, she'd spend hours tending her flower beds, pulling weeds and soaking up the sunshine without missing a beat. But lately, she's been stopping to catch her breath after just a few minutes of gardening. At first, she blamed the sticky Georgia heat, then figured age was just slowing her down. What Edith didn't realize was that her breathlessness wasn't just a nuisance. It was a bold warning that her heart and lungs weren't keeping up like they used to. Shortness of breath happens when your body's starved for oxygen, and that can come from a few troublemakers. One big culprit is heart failure, where your heart struggles to pump blood as it should. When blood flow lags, fluid can pool in your lungs, turning every breath into a chore. Another cause could be chronic lung disease, where damaged airways make it hard for oxygen to reach your blood left unchecked. These issues can creep up, bringing fatigue, dizziness, or even sudden health emergencies. The tricky part? Breathlessness doesn't always shout for attention. It might start small, feeling winded after a short walk, needing more rest breaks, or struggling to breathe deeply. Many older folks shrug it off as a normal part of aging, but research shows that even mild shortness of breath can signal a much higher risk of early death compared to those who breathe freely. Edith wasn't one to sit still. A visit to her doctor uncovered that her high blood pressure was putting extra strain on her heart. She started with small steps, daily breathing exercises to boost her lung strength, gentle walks around her neighborhood, and staying on top of her meds. Before long, she was back in her garden, moving with ease and breathing deeply, her energy restored. That ability to take a full, easy breath isn't just a relief, it's a powerful sign you're built for the long haul. You deserve to feel that freedom too. If you're getting winded more than usual, don't ignore it. Talk to your doctor to check your heart and lungs. Try simple changes like breathing exercises, light exercise, or managing conditions like high blood pressure. Breathing easy isn't just about feeling good. It's about living longer, stronger, and ready for every moment. If this strikes a chord, drop a 4 in the comments to let me know you're here. Share your story or grab a tip from others tuning in. And if you haven't yet, hit subscribe and turn on the bell to stay in the loop. Your support keeps us creating content to inform and inspire. Let's keep breathing easy and move forward. Few things raise a louder alarm from your body than sudden, unexplained weight loss. If the pounds are slipping away without changes to your diet or activity, don't brush it aside. It's not something to celebrate. While many equate weight loss with better health for older adults, it can signal trouble. Studies show that unintended weight loss is strongly tied to higher mortality rates, often pointing to muscle loss, malnutrition, or hidden illnesses that demand attention. Clara, a spirited 78-year-old from Memphis, who's always kept a steady weight. She's the heart of her church choir, belting out hymns and sharing homemade pies at potlucks. But over the past few months, Clara noticed her dresses hanging looser. Stepping on the scale, she was stunned to see she'd dropped nearly 10 pounds without trying. At first, she thought it was just aging, maybe her appetite was shrinking. But what Clara didn't know was that her body was sending an urgent warning. She wasn't just losing fat, her muscles were fading too, and that's a major red flag for declining health. Sudden weight loss often means your body's breaking down muscle instead of fat, a condition called muscle atrophy. This weakens your immune system, saps your strength, and raises the risk of falls and fractures. Another culprit could be malnutrition, even if you're eating regularly. As we age, our bodies get less efficient at soaking up nutrients, and many older folks don't get enough protein, leading to gradual muscle loss. But the scariest possibility? Hidden illnesses, cancer, heart failure, thyroid issues, or even early dementia can trigger unexplained weight loss, sometimes months before other symptoms show up. Claire didn't wait to act. A visit to her doctor revealed an overactive thyroid was to blame. With treatment, a protein-stress exercises, she started regaining her strength. Her energy returned and she was back leading her choir, feeling like herself again. That wake-up call wasn't just about weight, it was about reclaiming her vitality. Weight loss should always have a clear reason. If you're eating healthier or exercising, great. But if the scale's dropping without effort, it's time to dig deeper. Notice if you're feeling weaker, more tired, or less hungry. Track your weight, and if you lose 5% or more of your body weight in a short time, talk to your doctor. Catch the root cause early can stop further decline and add healthy years to your life. Your body's always talking. Listen closely. Unexplained weight loss is rarely good news. It's a sign something deeper needs attention, and acting fast can make all the difference. If this resonates, drop a 5 in the comments to let me know you're here. Share your story or pick up a tip from others. And if you haven't yet, subscribe and hit the bell to stay in the loop. Your support keeps us creating content to inform and inspire. Let's keep tuning into our bodies and move forward. Ever feel like you're dragging through the day, even after a full night's sleep? If you're constantly tired, no matter how much rest you get, it might be more than just a busy schedule or aging. Persistent fatigue can be a poor warning from your body, signaling issues that could shorten your lifespan. Research shows that ongoing exhaustion in older adults is linked to higher risks of heart disease, weakened immunity, and even early death, as it often deregulates deeper problems with your energy systems, hormones, or overall health. Take Leonard, a lively 76-year-old from Portland, who used to spend his days fishing by the river and tinkering in his garage. A few years ago, he'd be out all morning casting lines without a second thought. But lately, he's been wiped out after just an hour of activity. Even simple chores like mowing the lawn leave him needing a nap. At first, Leonard figured it was just age creeping in. Maybe he was slowing down naturally. But what he didn't realize was that his constant fatigue was a red flag, hinting that his body wasn't firing on all cylinders anymore. Fatigue that lingers can stem from several culprits. One common cause is an underactive thyroid, which slows your metabolism and saps your energy. Another is anemia, where low red blood cell counts starve your body of oxygen, leaving you sluggish. Heart issues can also play a role. When your heart's not pumping efficiently, your muscles and brain don't get the fuel they need. Even chronic stress or poor sleep quality can drain your reserves over time, quietly wearing down your health. The sneaky part? Fatigue often creeps up slowly. So many older folks dismiss it as normal. But studies show that those who feel persistently tired face a significantly higher risk of serious health problems and shorter lifespans compared to those who stay energized. Leonard didn't let it slide. A checkup revealed mild anemia, which his doctor treated with iron supplements and a nutrient. He added short walks to his routine and started prioritizing better sleep. Within weeks, his energy was back. He was casting lines again, feeling like his old self. That spark wasn't just about feeling awake. It was about living fully, ready for every adventure. You deserve that vitality too. If you're battling constant tiredness, don't just push through. Talk to your doctor to check for issues like thyroid problems, anemia, or heart concerns. Simple changes, eating more iron, foods like spinach, improving sleep habits, or managing stress, can recharge your battery. Energy isn't just about feeling good. It's a key sign of how long and well you'll live. If this hits home, drop a 6 in the comments to let me know you're here. Share your story or grab a tip from others. And if you haven't yet, subscribe and hit the bell to stay in the loop. Your support keeps us creating content to inform and inspire. Let's keep the energy high and move forward. As we wrap up our journey through these 5 vital signs, take a quiet moment to listen to your body. Have you noticed any of these changes in yourself or someone close to you? Maybe your handshake isn't as firm, or your walks feel slower. Perhaps you're catching your breath more often. Your skin's healing sluggishly, or the scales dipping without reason. These aren't just quirks of aging, you're your body's way of science backs this up. These signals offer powerful clues about how well you're aging. The best part? Spotting them early gives you a chance to act. Think of Clara, a vibrant 80-year-old from Savannah, who noticed her energy fading and her steps slowing. At first, she shrugged it off as just getting older, but these signs pushed her to make changes. More protein, daily walks, and a doctor's visit. Now she's back to her lively self, gardening and laughing with grandkids. Your body's signals aren't just warnings. They're invitations to take charge. Changing doesn't have to mean decline. Simple habits, strength exercises for grip, brisk walks for speed, breathing practices for lungs, nutrient-covered foods for healing, and regular checkups can turn things around. Every step you take today builds a stronger, healthier tomorrow. Our body's talking. Listen closely. Grip strength, walking speed, breathlessness, slow healing, and unexplained weight loss aren't random. They're science-cord signs of your health. Act early with exercise, nutrition, and medical check-ins to add vibrant years to your life. Thank you for joining me today. I'd love to hear from you. Drop a comment below with one thing you've learned or how you'll use it to stay strong. Maybe share your own story about noticing these signs. Your thoughts inspire us to keep going. If this resonated, leave a 7 in the comments to let me know you're here. And if you found this helpful, hit like, subscribe, and share. Your support fuels more content to inform and uplift. Here's to living longer, stronger, and ready for every moment. See you next time.